Hey, hello guys, welcome to my channel, the Null Man. And myself working in a private organization as a senior software developer. Have experience in Oracle SQL, plsql, Python, Java, Microsoft SQL, SQL Server, tsql, sort of technologies. So I'm just here to share the knowledge among you guys. So if you are having no experience in programming languages, no idea about what is software, what is web application, and how it is being built in digitally and what the operation happening in the IT companies, service-based, product-based companies, you are at the right place. I'll explain everything, each and every bit on a daily basis. And so in this, especially in this tutorial, I'm just going to explain about database because whatever you are doing, learning or whatever you're learning at a front end or back end, whatever it is, but you should know what is happening at the foundation level or at the bottom. If you know what is there in the bottom, on top of that you can build whatever you want, however you like. It's very easy and it's very effective. So it's data is very crucial. It's getting very crucial in upcoming generation as well when we are moving, transforming into the new into artificial intelligence, machine learning. Data is very important. If any minor change in data, it would be a really very big impact we would face. So let's start get into the topic, the database. So first, what is database? Either every useful term they will call as a DB. What is DB? Database. So database is an organized collection of data stored and accessed electronically. So for example, if I say your mobile storage, you can ask if a mobile storage is a database or what. Yes, see, it's like database, it's also a storage only. You are going to store some file data in a database, but it is in an organized manner. Will be in a structured manner. Okay, in your PC, your mobile, those storage, those things and all, it's a semi-organized. It's not a fully organized. But database, it's a fully organized. It's having the relationship from one this to this entry, this data to this data. There will be a relationship. It will be easy to manage and easy to manipulate as well, and easy to access it and retrieve, and we can produce as a report. Setup. It's actually set up for easy access, yes, managing and updating as well, changing the data, manipulating the data, and retrieving it. It is, and the information is gathered at one place so it can be observed and analyzed. Yes, all the information, it will be well structured, and we can get all the things by using the relationships, and then we can observe and we can analyze the data, how it is, future, historic, everything we can forecast the data by using the data. So data usually or dbms they will say relational database system which relates the data. There are multiple databases. So how the data is getting stored in database, how it is getting accessed, how it is getting manipulated, how it is getting managed, how we are able to fetch the report from the database. So for that, uh, it's like we are inserting up to our user purpose. So we need a language, something, we need some tool to interact with the database. So that is what we use SQL. SQL is nothing but a structured query language. It's not a programming language, it's just a query language. So unlike other programming languages like Java, Python and all, it's very easy. It will be like writing a English statements, writing an English statement like that. You can easy to very easy to understand it and very easy to write it. And yes, like other programming languages, SQL also have its own syntax. We have to follow it, and it is used to communicate with the database. SQL statements are used to perform tasks such as yes, update, inserts, merge, delete. That manipulation we can do and retrieve data we can from the database. And some common relational database management system, rdbms system, yes, that use SQL or Oracle, Sybase, Microsoft SQL Server, many things are there. So and also some extensions to SQL, as I said, like we have in Oracle, we have a plsql procedural language extensions to this SQL, so we can implement all the programming related things. And in Microsoft, we have a SQL Server, we have a tsql, transact SQL. So everything we will be covering it one by one slowly. We'll go through in further process. So for now, we'll understand the basic things. So next, type of SQL. So guys, I will be covering this interview questions as well, interview tips, what are the tricky interview questions has been asked whenever the topic comes up. So please watch that video completely. So there are SQL types of SQL. This is the very most important thing when you are attending an interview when it comes to database developer, data engineer, whatever. This is for a database related topics, these five things are very much important. If you know these five things, you are the master of it. That's it. Actually, there is no more things other than this five, frankly speaking. If you know this, then it's more than enough. All the databases in the world are being managed by these all these five topics. This let's go through its data definition language, data manipulation language, data query language, data control language, data transactional control language. Let's go through one by one. Data definition language. Data definition language is nothing but the statements are used to define the database structure or schema. Okay, so what are all the commands will come under the DDL? It's like create, alter, drop, truncate, and rename. So create is nothing but if you want to create a table, yes, that you have to use a create statement, and then you can create a table, you can create an index, variety of objects in database. There are many are there. We will cover up. So we have to use the create, which is comes under DDL, like alter once the object is created if you want to make some modifications. So you cannot simply delete that object. You cannot recreate it with a new modifications. It's not a proper way. So you have to alter it. So you have to use the alter statement for that existing object, and you can modify the structure like adding a column, changing the data type, adding partitioning, extra things. Many things are there that we will cover up. So this is the alter things, and then drop. Drop is like you are deleting the object from the database. That's it. If you can drop whatever the objects you can create, you can drop as well. If you no longer require, you can drop it, and this drop statement will be used. Truncate. Truncate is similar to drop, but it's not. It's like drop, it will drop the table and also as well as the data existing the table. It will be deleted permanently from that. Truncate, it will only deletes the entire data from the table, but it will keep the object structure. The table of structure will be there, but data inside the table, everything will be deleted at once. So that's what truncate is used. Remember, difference between drop and truncate is a very important question in any interviews. So drop, it will drop the table with data and the table structure as well. Truncate, it will only remove the data from the table and it will retain the object table structure in the database. Rename. Rename is used to once the data object is created, if you want to rename the table to some other name, like for example, if you created a table called employees, so you just want to rename the table to employees and employees of some department. So let's say you have to rename that employees table to HR employees. So rename, you for that rename syntax will be used. And remember, these DDL or auto commit. And next we will go DML, data manipulation language. Data manipulation language statements are used for managing the data within the schema objects. It's like you just need to manage the data like inserts, update, delete, manipulating the data. So that's what data manipulation language is. So these statements are comes under this type, SQL type. So insert is used to insert the data into a table. You can insert by row, or you can use a bulk insert like using a from a select query, and you can insert a bulk number of rows at a time. So everything will cover. And update also you can, once the data is inserted, you need to change a value of any one row or one column of an entire table. You have to change data means you can use the update statement, so it will update the data. Delete, you can delete if suppose you have inserted 100 rows and you want to delete first 10 rows, or where some department equal HR department, you just need to remove from the employees table means, so you can delete the set of records or one record or entire records from the table also. You can delete it using the delete keyword. Merges insert or update, it's like a combination of insert or update in a single statement. So merge it, the process will happen like uh, you can have a check like when you are if you are checking an employee ID whether this employee is already inserted to the table or not. If it is already inserted, then it will go as an update to the table since it's already exist. If that employee is not present in the table, then this employee will be a new employee, then it will get inserted to the table. So both insert and update operation will happen in the same statement, that is merge. And one more important interview question here is the difference between truncate and delete. Truncate means it will delete all the rows from the table and it will retain the table structure. Delete, we can delete a row or a set of rows or entire rows like truncate does, we get from the table. The difference is truncate DDL is auto commit, so you no need to commit it explicitly, but DML is not auto commit. You have to commit it explicitly. Unless you commit it, that rows are not deleted from all the sessions in the database. It will be deleted from your session alone. Yes, and the one more main important difference is delete and truncate. Delete is slower process than truncate because delete has to log it in the database of while deleting the rows from the table, and then it will delete it. But truncate, it won't store, it will delete all the rows at once, and truncate operation will be faster than delete. So this is about DML, data manipulation language, and let's move to the next topic. May the topics you have seen, this DDL and DML, these are the very important things, and the remaining other three topics are also very important, but there is no much than DML, DDL. So DQL, data query language. So data query language is select. It's just to retrieve the data from the database. So the select statement we have to write it. So if you want to read the data from the table, what are the data present in the table? So you have to use a select statement for that. Data query language is used. And then next fourth one is data control language. Data control language is a grant and revoke. So for a database, there will be many users working and right. So you can restrict the access for few objects and few other objects. Like grant to give the access to specific users, and revoke, if you are given access, you need to withdraw the access from the user means you can use the revoke keyword, revoke statement. These two are the data control language. And when it comes to transaction control language, commit, save point, rollback. Commit, yes. DDL or auto commit, DML or not auto commit. You have to commit explicitly. For that, commit word is used. So once you're done with the insert, once you're done with update, once you're done with the delete, whatever the operation merge, you have to commit it explicitly. Rollback. Rollback is to restore database original since the last commit. So rollback is nothing but you have run that insert statement. For example, you have inserted 10 rows and then before committing it, you roll back. Roll back means whatever the rows got inserted, it will be removed. But remember, once it is committed, you cannot roll back it. you have to delete it. All right. Save point before committing it. If you have a set of 10 inserts, then 10 updates, then 10 inserts, and then after the first 10 inserts, you declare a save point, and then update, and then inserts you are having. So once you performed all the things, at the end of the last set, third set of inserts was completed, then you did a rollback. It will get rolled back up to that save point. Before that save point, whatever the commands DMLs are happened, that will be saved. That's what up to the save point, it will be rolled back. So that is the save point is called. So these are all the five things, and you have basics about a database, and what is about types of SQL statements, and later we will be seeing all the things in a practical. I'll be using mostly will cover up in Oracle SQL, and we'll go through the practical exercises following up. Stay tuned, stay subscribed. Thank you so much.